Donald Trump and his impact to the XRP community and crypto at large. We're going to talk about some updates that are happening right now that are going to impact you and me over the next 12 months. So let's go ahead and better understand where we kind of came from over the last few weeks and where we are going. I need to play this so you can get a better understanding of the connections between Trump, Ripple, and of course, XRP.
It's impossible for a layer one blockchain to function as intended if it's under that type of control. Ripple owns 48% of the XRP escrow. Okay. At dinner, President Trump, Brad, and Stewart agreed to transfer 35 to 40% of the escrow controlled by Ripple, of the XRP escrow, to the US Treasury.
Really quickly though, this doesn't quite add up to me because the escrow only has like 37 billion in it. It doesn't have 45 billion. Hold on, XRP rich list. This will give me the information I want. Check it out. XRP distribution, escrowed, 37 billion. So that maybe he's talking about the 37 billion escrowed XRP because 40, they could, I mean, is he including the amount of XRP that like Brad controls and Chris Larson controls, David Schwartz? You wouldn't do that, right? Anyways, just giving you that clarified so you know it's not 45 billion in escrow, it is only 37 billion.
35 to 40 billion of the XRP. This would leave Ripple with approximately 35 to 40 billion of the XRP. This would leave Ripple with approximately 13 to 18 billion XRP, which is way below the 20% mark that allows them to be considered decentralized, but it would still allow them to be the largest corporate holder by far of XRP. Ripple can still be the lender of last resort and all that jazz. Boom. Ripple just solved their largest problem. How the hell do we distribute all this XRP in compliance with applicable laws? This deal will close next week, in Jimmy's opinion. Trump will then revalue XRP at a significantly higher amount than what is currently trading.
Now, this is something I've looked into, okay? And not one person nor the validators can change the price of XRP. I mean, unless there's something that I don't physically know, but I have done the research into this, right? Because I was thinking, could somebody change the price, right? Like if banks got together and agreed on a price, would that change the price on the ledger? Or like, how would that work, right? What Trump could do here is he could start issuing debt or value on the XRP ledger. And if you watched my recent video on the multiplier effect for XRP, you know that this multiplier effect can be as high as 100 to 200% in some instances. Okay. So here is that video right here. 87,000 views 2 days ago. Go watch that video. I'm working on more content to back up the findings in that video. And it's going to shock you. But listening to this, just understand you cannot set a price for XRP. You'd have to add the value. Okay.
Remember what happened in 1933 when FDR confiscated the gold and made everybody turn it in, and then he increased the price in gold?
Not the same.
This is a gold 33 all over again.
It's not the same.
We could revalue or re-equitize, if you will, XRP, and Trump could say, oh, just for shits and giggles, let's say it's worth $10,000 a coin.
Why would he do that though? Like, why would he say it's worth $1 million a coin? Why wouldn't he say it's worth $1 billion a coin? Why stop at 10,000? Like that's the reason I don't, not me, man, not me. Like, do you believe that can happen? I'd like to know down in the comments, because everything that I've learned and taught myself in the XRP ecosystem, this is not possible. If this is somehow possible, please give me the information. Send me a DM on Twitter. Send me a DM on Discord. I need to know, right? I'll do a video on it.
That's what we think the net discounted present value is, based on the value of XRP in the next 20 years, what it's going to do for mankind, and the value of this token. I'm going to deem it $10,000. Trump then has pulled a play from the FDR Depression era playbook. The U.S. Treasury is now sitting on $350 to $400 trillion worth of XRP.
Okay, so he's talking about if the U.S. government had 30 to 40 billion XRP. Okay, 30 to 40 billion XRP. Ripple only has 37 billion in escrow. If Ripple wants to hang on to 18 billion, that means there is only 20 billion left. I wish, like, this person did a really good job about understanding some of the complexities around this, but just getting stuff like the escrowed XRP wrong and a few other things, like, it's really difficult for me to get on that train. Anyway, there is some other things that are happening right now, like the OCC changing some Biden era rules around banks and crypto. Listen up here. I first thought this was Levi when I saw this. Okay.
Great news came out yesterday for XRP. The OCC, which is the biggest government agency for banking, they write all their legislation. They do everything to control how banks move and work in America, have changed one of their fundamental rulings for crypto. They have taken back the interpretive letter 1179, which changed everything for banking, showing how much they are seeing the future for anything digital. This allows banks to not have to go to the OCC for holding crypto, moving crypto, holding stable coins, moving stable coins. So this allows now institutions and people that just go to banks and seamlessly transact and move crypto. This is exactly what XRP is built for, making the banking system snappy and quick. So the summit on the forefront didn't look that great for XRP. They're just talking about Bitcoin, and the OCC, one of the most prestigious things, they write everything. They snuck this through without anyone talking about it. So for all of you XRP holders who know the fundamental truth and how this technology is going to change everything, keep holding. We've got great things coming.
We've got great things coming. Also, take into consideration, you have the treasurer, Scott Bessent, you have the crypto czar, David Sachs, and other people in Trump's orbit talking about how important stablecoins are going to be to the United States' future. Who has the highest regulated stablecoin in America on the planet currently? It's Ripple, right? Remember, when banks and financial institutions want to either create their own stablecoin or use a different company's stablecoin in their payment infrastructure, that stablecoin needs to be of the highest demand and quality. Period. End of story. Right? Banks are under the strictest guidelines. That is why Tether got kicked out of the EU. That's why Tether is going to get kicked out of America, because America's stablecoin rules are actually going to be a little tougher than Europe is. So Tether has no place here. So what happens when Tether gets kicked off exchanges like Kraken and, places like Coinbase is a brokerage. So that's not a good example, but like Kraken, Uphold, they won't be able to use USDT. If you're an American citizen, you got to be using RLUSD, and that'll help improve liquidity. And then this was President Trump when he was on the New York Stock Exchange. It's a 9-second clip. Listen up.
You're embracing crypto, very different from the previous administration. Strategic Petroleum Reserve like for crypto?
Yeah, I think so. We're going to do something great with crypto.
We're going to do something great with crypto. And now, do you think the only great thing they're going to do with crypto is give Bitcoin the strategic reserve and that's it? Right? We haven't really gained anything yet. The strategic reserve, the only benefit now is that we're not going to sell yet what we have. But we really don't have the tools and the value to pay off US debt. Okay? Let's take a look at this. The US has 198,000. The USA has 198,000 Bitcoin. If the US has plans to pay off $37 trillion of debt with this Bitcoin, how much would each Bitcoin need to cost to do this? And how much in market cap would that be? I personally think with 298,000 Bitcoin to pay off $37 trillion, you're talking about a $200 million Bitcoin. You don't believe me? Let's see. Come on. Perplexity does a lot of thinking these days, which I like. 37 trillion, got 198,000 bits. We got that bit. Okay. The market cap. Okay. Yeah. How much would each Bitcoin need to be? $186 million per Bitcoin. And how much does the market cap need to be? $3.92 quadrillion. Can somebody explain this to Donald Trump, please? So that because this is impossible. Impossible. There's not enough money in the world. Impossible. Please, please, if somebody is close to Trump, just show him these numbers. That's all you have to do. And say, we need a new plan. This is a great start. But where you start is not always where you finish. Where you start, you start identifying the problem. The problem is debt, right? The solution is crypto to pay off the debt. But which crypto will it be? Won't be Bitcoin. It won't be Bitcoin. And here is the OCC rules, right? Max Avery put this out. The OCC confirmed banks can handle crypto custody, stablecoins, and run nodes without needing special approval first. This cuts the red tape and is especially bullish for utility-driven assets. The OCC expects banks to have the same strong risk management for novel activities as they do for traditional ones, said acting comptroller Rodney Hood. Cool. This move signals a shift from treating crypto as an outlier to seeing it as just another financial tool that banks can offer without proper safeguards in place. With proper. I'm so used to saying without. I do apologize. Why does this matter? Banks bring legitimacy, trust, and lots of money. When they move into crypto, institutional investors tend to follow. Most people would be comfortable with crypto if their bank offered custody services. This builds confidence in the entire system. What this is basically saying is you probably have been at either the same one or two banks for your entire life, right? Or you maybe changed along the way, but you've been there. You have a relationship. Maybe your auto loan or your home loan is at that bank. Would you feel comfortable with the bank holding your crypto instead of you having to take on that stress yourself, right? That is what we're talking about here. Banks being able to custody your assets. Not all of them, right? They're not going to hold your, Shiba Inu or, your Pepe, but your Ethereum, your Bitcoin, maybe your XRP. I think so. This video is brought to you by What.Exchange, built on the Orderly Network. This is a community-driven, decentralized, perpetual exchange. The UI is off the chain and it looks really, really good. We also have over $100 billion in trading volume on 71 different currency pairs. The supported chains currently are AVAX, Base, Optimism, Arbitrum, Ethereum, Mantle, Solana, and I hear they are trying to add more as we speak. The fees on this are 0.05% taker and 0.02% maker. It is very, very quick, high speed. Unlock additional benefits, advanced order and algorithmic order executions also coming soon. Seamless trading, decentralized trading, enhanced security and self-custody. And you can also stake the What token to receive up to 90% revenue share and also more features. They also have a really good looking UI. Like I said, it has a great order book. Yes, you can trade XRP on here as well with up to 20x leverage if you so choose to. When it comes to security, Orderly has been audited by multiple security firms, including Halburn, Zellick, Guardian audits. You can get all of that information in their documentation in their GitHub right here. Just scroll all the way down to the bottom. As you can see, the documentation is here next to the staking. The communities are Discord and X. And here is the roadmap through 2025 and beyond. There is a link down in the description of this video. I hope you can use my link. That really does help me out, and have fun trading on What.Exchange. Let's get back into the video. For XRP specifically, this is huge. The token was designed for the kind of activity that banks engage in daily. XRP's value proposition has centered on the making bank transfers faster and cheaper. With banks now free to explore this technology without regulatory hurdles, XRP can see wider adoption. Hedera also stands to gain. Its consensus mechanism is built for enterprise use, making it attractive for banks looking to secure scalable blockchain solutions. Banks won't jump into crypto overnight, but they now have a clearer path forward. The OCC essentially said, if you have good risk controls, you can proceed. What started as a crypto is for criminals has evolved into banks can safely participate in crypto activities. Massive. This is so massive. Like one of the biggest things the Biden administration did to hurt crypto assets was to put all of these rules and backstops in place so banks could not even touch the activity, right? It does come with larger risks, and those risks should be talked about, and there should be controls put into place to make sure banks don't go, lopsided on certain assets. Absolutely, that's necessary. But blocking out the entire world from using this stuff, it's just not right. All right. The timing is interesting too. This comes as traditional finance and crypto continue to merge. Wall Street wants in and regulators are adopting. You have the CFTC, you have the SEC now on our side. Will your bank soon offer crypto custody? Maybe. Yes. Banks will offer crypto custody. They need to make sure they can make money through it though, right? Because holding crypto does come with a lot of risk. And what company could banks maybe take some of that risk off their plate? You got it. Ripple Custody, Medico. Now, I imagine in the future, banks are probably not going to want to set up their own infrastructure for crypto custody. They're going to go with Fireblocks or Ripple or another company that is built and designed especially to hold those secure assets, right? So, wouldn't it be nice if half the banks in America chose Ripple, right? Or a quarter of the banks in America chose Ripple? How much value would that bring on chain? Would that bring value on chain? Like how would it bring on value on chain? What value would it bring on chain, right? These are all things that I will really want to better understand. All right. When banks enter a market, they bring stability, but also change its character. Crypto might become less wild, more regulated, but potentially much bigger. Now, there are people out there that say, I don't want the banks. I don't want regulation. I want, the libertarian view. Let me ask you this. If you had a choice today of keeping crypto full libertarian, not bringing in institutions, not bringing in banks, not bringing in Wall Street, right? Would you want that? And you can keep the price of your crypto basically what it is today? Maybe you can 2 or 3x it in the future because maybe a few 100 million more people will come into the crypto space over the next 5 to 10 years, right? Or do you want to 20, 50, 100, 1,000x the current value of your crypto? I'll choose the latter. I want the 1,000x, right? I want the institutions. I want the banks. I get it. Crypto is supposed to be free for everyone, this and that. Cool. I still want them to come in, right? Because that is going to make the biggest impact on my gains. Plus, it'll be like the current state of the crypto market is awful. There are scammers everywhere, right? I even got an email from somebody the other day saying that they watched an ad that played on my YouTube channel and it was a scam. And since they participated in the scam, it's my fault. What do you say to people like that, right? Well, first, I don't know if this person is a scammer. But secondly, I have no control over what YouTube plays or doesn't play, right? Like this is what's wrong with the current state of the market. Too much money is being lost to a certain few scammers around the world. And if we put stuff like, lifetime in prison, death penalty, I'm sure there'd be a whole lot less scammers, right? You put a task force that only goes after these types of people, that would make the ecosystem much more safe. And I would love to see that over what we're currently doing, which is nothing, right? When it comes to going after people that are actively scamming people, we're not doing very much, right? We need a global task force to do that. And to do that, you need cooperation. All right. For years, fear drives many investment decisions. Previously, banks feared regulatory backlash for touching crypto. That fear is now significantly reduced. For average investors, this is a sign that crypto isn't going away. It's becoming part of the financial system backed by the same institutions. Handle your mortgage and savings. Damn, I said that too, right? Before this change, banks need specific permission from each crypto activity, ? Now they just need good risk management. The same standard applied to other banking services. This creates a level playing field. Crypto isn't getting special treatment, positive or negative. It's being normalized, which is what the industry needs and has wanted for years. Broader adoption was always the goal for most crypto projects, banking integration, and a crucial step towards mainstream use for blockchain technology. Bottom line, the OCC just made it easier for banks to offer crypto services to banks in the US. Okay. And since it's Sunday, let's listen from the preacher, the XRP preacher.
Whenever I'm talking about the 5 pillars, I saw 5 pillars, 5 major cryptocurrencies that will be the pillars of all the crypto. Okay. There'll be 5. There's 3 that are very strong and there's 1 that's the strongest. So I saw 1 in the middle, 2 on the side of them, and then it goes 2 more over like this. And then they were standing each one like a pillar, like one of those Greek columns, Roman columns that look like a solid, like a granite, like a rock column. And there were support systems on the columns. The Holy Spirit showed me support systems on these columns, which were other cryptocurrencies that will line up with the function of those main ones. And there was probably like 5 or so. I don't know. I'm trying to, cause each one in the vision, when I was looking at it, it looked like some of them had a little bit more than others, but there was only, they were helping with the function of that main coin. Okay. And they propped it up. So it was like it was propping up, was helping it stand up. But then I saw like falling stars. All the other cryptos that were not, had a real function, that were just kind of like scams, what I want to say, they started falling like stars. And it looked like internet code, and they were falling all down.
Really quickly, Brad Garlinghouse and a lot of other people in the crypto industry believe that 90% of the crypto market won't be here in a few years. I think this is something that people need to understand and adjust their thought processes to. It's one thing to create a technology. It's another thing altogether to have customers using the technology and paying you for it. Okay. Most crypto companies don't have paying customers. That is one thing that if you're, looking to get into and you're talking with your financial advisor, bring that up. Say, should I be asking these questions? Probably should.
And they didn't exist anymore. So there were literally thousands of them that seemed like in the vision that disappeared. I don't know what happened to them. But then I heard regulations, governmental regulations. I saw bills being passed to make it stable because I heard Wild West, like it was the Wild West. And it was bringing laws into motion to protect investors so that they would not be scammed. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. They were going to regulate it and put laws around it. And then I saw old money, the elderly people that were big money starting to put their money in it because they felt safe. Because at the time, right now, it's like the Wild West. There's not really any laws or anything around it. It doesn't seem.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Trump on our side, Congress, we have God on our side, right? Do we have the high ground right now? I think the last 3 to 6 months has been the most bullish three to 6 months I've seen, right? Since Trump was going to win, right? Back in November. So it's been 4 months. It's a completely different scene, right? And even though our XRP isn't worth $5 or $10 today, I'm still extremely bullish about the future. I was bullish back when Biden was president. So you can imagine my bullishness has only grown in size over the last few months. We still need regulation to be passed and put into place. As soon as I see banks starting to actually use this stuff in their infrastructure in the US, I will get out here and I will scream it from a rooftop. That is really what we're waiting for. This video has gone on a little too long, guys. So I'm going to play this last clip here and we'll end here today. But this time about President Trump's crypto reserve could be a massive supply shock.
So how does the United States Strategic Cryptocurrency Reserve affect the global crypto market? Well, the United States' decision to establish a strategic cryptocurrency reserve will in fact send ripples across the global crypto market, reshaping both sentiment and investment strategies worldwide. The mere acknowledgement of Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and Cardano as strategic assets by the world's largest economy, it legitimizes digital currencies on an unprecedented level. For years, many governments have remained skeptical of crypto, dismissing it as a speculative bubble or a tool for illicit finance. Now, with the United States leading the charge, other nations may in fact follow suit, potentially kickstarting a wave of global crypto accumulation.
What's interesting here is the US is actually following other countries in here. I love how everyone, either people just don't know, don't research it, or just are kind of clueless. But the US is actually following other countries in this respect of creating a strategic reserve. It's glad that we are doing it now. But remember, there's no money behind this, right? There's no actual physical cash from taxpayers going into these assets. So what needs to change? You need to go to Congress. You need to get the House and the Senate to pass a resolution or a bill forward that gives a certain amount of money to invest in crypto assets. There are other different ways that they're trying to drum up or come up with to be able to buy extra crypto. But if we're just supporting Bitcoin or Ethereum, we're not really supporting American companies now, are we? So, you know, I wish I could get my hands on David Sachs. I wish I could get my hands on Scott Bessent. You know, what is the real plan from these guys, right? Have they found the crypto? Because that was a thing, right? You know, just before the summit, they said that they didn't know what cryptos the US owned or where they were, or we got to stop selling it. Like it's happening in some basement somewhere. Like there's just a few things that we need to get figured out in order to really start moving this forward. But this is this is a monumental step, a monumental shift in time. The paradigm is changing. It is changing massively. What will the next, 6 months, 12 months look like? I can't imagine, but I'm looking forward to getting up here and talking with you about it. Anyways, this video has run really long. I do apologize. I love you so much. You have a great week ahead. Have fun. Take care of yourself. I'll see you next time.